Hey friend, welcome back to my channel. My name is Heather.
And I'm Leanne.
And this is Create Your Own Cozy
And Small Gestures Vintage and Crafts.
We are in my basement today.
So fun.
And Leanne went shopping in my retail space, also known as my creative board.
Yes.
And she picked something for me to create that I have had for years that I've said, are you sure you don't want to upcycle this? And you got to pick whatever you wanted.
Yep. And it was a struggle. Like, there was a lot to choose from in such a good way. Such a good way.
I mean, that's another video. But anyway, we created in my space with only the colors I had and only the products I had.
Yep.
And if you want to see what we came up with, stick around. That's Henry!
My baby.
He says you're my new best friend.
What do you smell?
Oh, hi, I'm Henry. Wait, what? Can you believe
I'm digging.
that I'm showing this madness on video?
I love it. Look at these trays, you guys. All the cool stuff.
She's shopping at a thrift store where all the things that I've already picked are things she also likes. We just need to make it more like an antique, less like a thrift store and more like an antique store.
These are metal. Okay, so I pick something for me and I get to pick something for you to work on.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
I may.
You may make me do that.
I may be, because you said it's
I
been
love him.
sitting there.
I do, and I love him, and I love his finish. He needs a refinish, and I'm scared I'm not going to do him justice.
How gorgeous would he be? Look at this surface, like with some transfers. You know I love animals with transfers.
Oh.
Like with
Are you
some
also
of
going
the
to tell me? Are you
beautiful-
going to tell me how to do it too? Yes, my decision fatigue. There's no decision fatigue today.
How great would
And I'll
he
pay you back when I
be?
go to your house, and I'll make all the decisions,
Yes.
right?
I don't have big stuff. I have like
That's
lots
okay.
of little stuff.
That's okay. I have stuff that I shouldn't have. I did this 5 years ago in my first video. Never put him in a booth. He's just sitting here because I didn't like the yellow. Why is he still here? I don't know. But we're solving that, right?
Yes.
Where do you want to sit? I just redid my whole room and I don't have a side anymore.
So good. I know, and it looks so good.
Nothing like a deadline, guys, to make you finish a project.
Pressure.
It's got insulation and I've worked on boarding that, and then now she's here.
She's a badass. My friend Heather is a badass.
But so we changed this to this side for our intro, and then this is where all the products are going to be. It's okay. So like, do you want to be near the products, or you just want to say what you need and I grab the product?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Because if you're on that side, you could be like, what about this? I'd be like, here you go.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's do that.
So what do you got there?
Okay. So this is yours. I'm gifting
Yes.
this one to you.
I paid $5 on this on Marketplace. I have been frozen because I love his finish, but he needs to be repaired, and I don't feel like I can do the finish to like give it justice. But maybe I just need to do something completely different.
It's gonna be so much. I think it's gonna be better.
Okay.
It's not gonna have like the little black speckly
Right.
fakey
Factory
stuff
produced.
that was popular back in the 80s, right?
Yeah.
He's gonna be gorgeous. I'm
Yes.
super excited.
And then you went into let me just give you a little preview. Yes, there's my shame. No, I mean, yes, I did a trash haul from an old antique store. This was the bottom of a rocking chair.
But what a great plant stand. He needs a little bit of work. We're gonna have to take it apart.
Woo!
That
That
glue it
dust is
together.
free. All that grime is free.
He's little wobbly. He's a little wobbly.
He gonna be gorgeous?
But I think so, because I see like some milk paint and the Madeline transfer on top. I think he would be gorgeous. She would be gorgeous. Yes, this is my project. I'm so excited.
Okay,
All right.
awesome. So first things first, I needed to do some repair work. As I was messing around, this came off. I tried the super glue, but honestly guys, I ended up using Type On Quick and Thick along with some IOD air dry clay to kind of form these areas. I did not get that on video because I was so excited to have somebody in my space. So I looked in my stash. I wanted the base color to be black. I didn't have black, so you know what? I'm using what I've got. I have this metallic dark. I wanted to do a milk paint, and I wanted the underneath to have more dark and be obvious. So there was plenty left in this, but the trigger broke. So I got what I could get done and threw the can away. Yay, one more supply gone from my stash. And then I just used some Extra Bond from Sweet Pickins to kind of be a primer on the spaces I didn't grab. Because it was slightly a slick surface, I wanted to make sure that the milk paint crackled and didn't chip. So I wanted to make sure it held on and it had something to resist against. I'm using the color Tickled Pink. When I touched all the colors, none of them spoke to me until I grabbed this one. I could feel my body jump, so I'm going with it. I do 2 solid coats of Tickled Pink, and really I was second guessing myself for a second, but then I just went with it. You do a 1-to-1 ratio of the powder to a warm water. You mix it up, let it sit for 10 minutes, and guys, heat is your friend, especially if you want to create a crackle. I might have pet the horse a couple times while making this project, but I used heat to kind of move the process along. I mixed up another batch, and you can see that second coat really makes that pink just a beautiful color. And after I get all the lumps and stuff out, I add heat to this to make sure I get the crackle I want. If it didn't crackle the way I wanted to, I could spray it with my water mister, reactivate it, and try to crackle it again. Up until it's sealed, you can still play with the finish of the milk paint, which is fun. So I'm going to use, by any other name, it is the new transfer from IOD, the new release. Oh, I've got my sugar-free ginger ale. I guess I needed to show you that I had my comfort drink while I'm down here creating. And I really love these roses. They have a grunge to them, but they're so fun, and I love the words that they have with them. At this point, Piper had gotten home from school, and she came down here to try to help me figure out what kind of neck tattoo to give this beautiful horse. And it's nice to have people to talk to while
This
deciding.
does look different. I don't like that.
What, because you did 2 coats?
I did an extra coat.
Transfer of it. That's what she
Well, I was gonna put it right here. Or right here. How about here?
Yes. Sorry.
This is why I ask out loud. Just so I get the out loud answers.
See, I can make decisions when it's someone else.
There you
But
go.
when it's myself, then
Okay.
it's analysis paralysis.
Okay. I like it.
I couldn't make a decision on the color, and then I touched all the colors, and the pink was in my hand. I was like, pink!
Pink!
Are you,
Very spring.
are you surprised, Piper? And then I decided, but it's a pink pony. Pink Pony Club. Now it's funny. I'm going to show my process. I'm going around this, and I'm going to cut it right there so that we don't even have that showing.
Now, ideally, if I knew I was building these roses, I would have put the one in the back down first, but I don't do things the easy way. So I'm showing you here that you can just basically cut and paste these transfers to build them the way that you wanted to. I did intend on finding another rose to kind of put if the transition didn't look right, but it looked fine and I thought it could stay as is. So flipping to the other side, I decided to go a simpler route, but I wanted some words, and honestly this side might be my favorite side. If this was in my house, this is the side that would be sticking out, but at least whoever gets this beautiful pony has options. Now, I did not seal this milk paint. It is just very dry. I did use heat and I waited for it to cool down. I am putting the transfers over the top of them with the stick that comes with it. And then if you're going to use a wax, that needs to be the very last thing that you use, because transfers do not stick to wax. But boy, they sure do look good when you put wax over them. So you guessed it, pink dark oil wax. I love how the dark oil wax adds a richness to the pink colors, but if you like it the way it is, you could use a clear oil wax or some other type of finish to keep it that original pink color. Next, I'm rubbing back the dark oil wax. I didn't leave it on too long, but I have a shop rag in the hand that I'm holding the horse with because you can make fingerprints really easily. I'm wiping back the excess, allowing for the dark oil wax hue, but not get saturated too much so it makes it super dark. Too much to choose from, huh, Miss Theanne? It's quite the collection of junk/treasures, no?
Inventory. It is
Inventory. So Leanne picked 2 more items from my stash to work on after she left. And these were the 2 items she picked for me. And then she picked 2 of my items for her to bring home and work on. Go check out her video to see what she comes up with. So with this oval thing, she's like, no problem. You could just find some wood and use your jigsaw to cut out an oval. Yeah, because that's such a simple project. I realized I didn't have a whole lot of thin board, but I did have this project from an event that I attended. I wasn't happy with the output, so decided to trace this out and use this as my base for my project. I'm realizing that I never started this project because this required more effort, right? To make a backing. It didn't come with a backing. So I am not perfect with the jigsaw, but I'm going around it, and then as I see where it's not fitting into the metal, I am using a sander to sand the sides to a little bit at a time so that it finally sits in there. Is it perfect? No. Does it finally get in there? Yes. So I sanded down all the paint lines that were in the project prior. It doesn't look as bad now, but I've already committed, right? So I am going over this with DIY paint in the color Gypsy Green. I do 2 coats of this Gypsy Green so that I have a nice warm base coat. I have decided I want to do a paint stamp technique that I really, really love. And I was inspired by a project that I created with my community group. Did you guys know that I have a community group with Kristen from Simply Joy by Kristen every Tuesday night at 7 o'clock? It is with ladies who have creative businesses, but that's just kind of the side. We basically are a creative community and we understand each other and we connect. If you are interested in finding out more about that, the group is still open and I will have a link down in the description below. But here is the project that I created with them the other night when I was going through the stamp technique. Here is the before picture, and then that is what I'm using to inspire this project. This is a shout out to our Cozy and Joy community member, Lisa Gray. She was using this garden bouquet stamp in her paint stamp technique. And it's not part of the new release, but it is not something I had ever used. And I was inspired to go into my stash and open up one just for me. I am using the Stone Gray ink color from IOD on the ink pad. I like using this because it has a black effect, but it's not as harsh as the black can be. So if you want to use a color that's a little softer on your projects, I would definitely try Stone Gray. So what I'm basically doing is I am building the picture I want to create. The first thing I'm going to do is put the flower that I want in the front down, because it is going to be a full show, basically. So your front star, you stamp it first. Now we're gonna stamp it, we're gonna paint messy, and then we're gonna restamp it. But the first thing we're gonna do is build our picture. So we're gonna put the first stamp down. There it is, beautiful hydrangeas. I'm making sure that the ink is dry. And then I'm going to mask over that front picture. The masks come with the IOD stamp sets. You put the mask over the front picture and then you stamp on top of that to build your background. You'll notice that I like to line my thin mount up with the top of the project and then pick up my stamp where I liked it before inking it. That way, the decision has been made. All I have to do after cleaning up some of the excess ink is line the thin mount up with the top of my project again and know that I have it in the space that I want it. Now, this is the part where you can absolutely make it your own. I opened up my jar of Petticoat pink. It was dried out a little bit, so I'm adding some water to it. And because this is such a light color, I did end up doing 2 coats of the Petticoat pink. You will see I am messy at this point. Some of you can be more particular. That's totally cool. But I kind of like it where it's a little bit of a mess behind it, because we are going to make it look nice in the end by putting a stamp on the top. So I'm just going to be using my favorite color combinations, and I will show those to you as I use them. But this is where you can make it completely your own. It looks like an original piece of art, but then you have the stamp to go on top of it to tidy it up and pretend like you are a fine artist. We are all artists, but let's pretend like you're a fine artist with this particular technique. And I hope that you have so much fun trying a project like this on your own. I know that after we did this with our Cozy and Joy community, one of our members said, I got out my stamps and I couldn't stop stamping. So that just made me so happy. This is a reminder to play, have creative play, and make something that just creates joy and is a fun therapy project. I also want to give a shout out to Lisa for encouraging me to use the color Kissing Booth as an accent color. I'm going back over it with Petticoat Pink here, but the paint is still wet, so you can see that there's a blending going on. But Lisa encouraged me to step outside of my color zone, and I am so happy I did. I feel like that adds some depth that I wouldn't have tried without her. One of the things that I love about the DIY clay-based paint is that you can use water to reactivate it once it's been dried. And that's what you see me doing here with these base colors, so that these accent colors can kind of be blended in. You'll see I went a little crazy with the water here and decided to get it to dry / use a paper towel to kind of grab the excess water. Until this has been sealed, nothing is in stone. So that is the cool part about this particular paint. I know I feel like an artist when I use it. So this is the end of my painting. I know it kind of looks like a mess, but now is where the clarity gets added back in. And I am going to stamp over in the same order I did the first time. I'm going to stamp over my painted areas. So you'll see me do the same thing, put it on the mat, line it up, do my inking of the stamp, and then hover it over as best as I can. I am not a perfectionist with this to get it back on, so I'm okay if some of the paint is outside of the lines, but it requires a little bit of hovering. Take extra time with your hovering so you get it in the right spot. If you mess up, you can always paint it again and stamp again. That is the wonderful part about this. If you don't like it, it's just paint. Do it again. Will see I got some ink in some strange areas, and the paint on my brush is basically dry. So I'm just spraying some water. I'm so lazy. I'm just spraying some water on the brush so that I can slightly go over the background again and cover up those extra stamp marks that I did not want. All right, we're gonna just repeat. We're gonna put the masks over the areas we don't want the stamps to hit. Line it up, stamp over our painting, and that's it. So since DIY paint was used for all of this, I am going to use some Sweet Pickins top coat in the matte finish to do a sealing coat. Now, this is all paint that can be reactivated just like a paint inlay with a bunch of brush strokes. And I did not like the brush that I had here, so I'm basically pouring on, so I can use a light hand. I am pouring on the top coat using a very light hand so I don't smear my painting, and then I end up getting another brush. This brush needs to be trashed. I need to splurge on some more craft brushes, you know what I mean? So I'm using a bigger brush with a lot of product, pulling it over, letting it dry, and then I can go over it another time after this is dry, knowing that this isn't going to smear, but now everything is protected. Now, if I wanted to do the kindest regards over the top of this, this is what I would do. I would put the masks over the entire picture, and then on the other project, I just used white ink and did the kindest regards stamp in the background. But because the flowers of this filled out more of the picture, I decided not to do that. If you want to add a background after the fact, you just mask your whole picture and then stamp the background. If you guys are new here, welcome to Create Your Own Cozy. I would love it if you hit subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and let me know you are here. Project number 3 is a really large white picture. Honestly, I got this a while ago for my home. There's nothing antique about it. It was just the size of it that really spoke to me. So I'm looking through the new Madeline transfer from IOD and trying to figure out, do I want to put those little ribbons along the bottom? I was trying to figure out how to make it, and then I found this page that I was like, if this is cut up and just is kind of sprawled across the front. I loved the vibe of this and how it could very much cover the size of the picture well. But it really needed to be cut up into multiple pieces in order to be sprawled out correctly. So I am going to cut at some of the points that should have stayed together, and I'm going to make sure when I lay it back down on here that I just line them up really well to make the installation of this a lot easier on a round surface. I decided to cut straight through the tree right here. I did not want to take the risk of something grabbing too quickly and ruining the whole look. So I'm going to do the top half, and then I'm going to line it up and do the bottom half. So I'm going to make sure before I let it touch, when you put it on a ceramic, it can stick, and then you're done. So I committed, and I am going to very carefully, these are a lot of thin pieces, so they require some extra care. Be careful, Heather. And I'm going to use a stick, work my way around, and then add the second half, make sure it lines up correctly. And you would never be able to tell that I broke this up into two to make the installation easier for myself. I put this little end on here, and I don't know what was going on, but it was not taking the way I wanted it to take. So I just scratched it off with my fingernail and then found another part of the picture that I hadn't used to make it look like this is extended and nobody can tell the difference. Also, there were a couple spots that had little cracks on them, and you can see what I'm doing is taking like little pieces that were still on the backing and covering up that little crack spot so that you could not tell that there's a space. You can see right here that there is a slight little crack, and I am just taking a little bit of this and putting it over the top of it to make it look more put together. This is for decorative purposes. I don't want to change the sheen of the picture, but I'm going to protect the transfer with some clear wax from DIY and then immediately wipe it back so that it's not on the picture. It's just protecting the transfer and it's done. Let me know what you think of all of the projects in today's video down in the comments below. If you want to create your own, I have DIY paint, Sweet Pickins milk paint, and all the IOD products over on my website at createyourowncozy.com. Did you like today's collab with Leanne over at Simple Gestures Vintage and Crafts? I know it was great to have someone look through my stash with a different eye and be like, work on this. And she made me work on this horse, and I am so glad I did. Don't forget to go to her YouTube channel and check out her video. She worked on one project in my space for the day and then took 2 more home and upcycled them. And oh my gosh, guys, I'm so excited what she did with the items that I had not gotten to yet. It's so good to get your stuff worked through and out of your space. If you are here from Leanne's channel, thank you so much for stopping by. If you are new, please consider hitting the subscribe button and the notification bell to get notified every time I upload a new video. Guys, I know it has been a minute since I have been consistent over here on YouTube, but I promise I'm still here working on my business. I'm just trying to figure out how to be creative, enjoy being creative, have deadlines that are good for me, but not too many deadlines. So I want to thank you guys that still pop in when I come back and support my channel. I'm not going away. I'm just trying to have more balance in my life. I know a lot of you can understand that. So thank you guys so much for being here, and I will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to check out Leanne's video. You have fur babies too, so I love you. I love you. Yes. Henry, what are you doing? So who's the star of the show? Who was the star of the show, Henry? Yeah. Oh, I always take those off too. I didn't take that off. You're so serious. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to check me out over at createyourowncozy.com.